Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to this special live stream to announce to you here on the MYT YouTube channel that we are launching an Ableton Live course specifically designed for those of you who are at the beginning of your production journey or those who are looking to make the move from their current DAW, whether it be Logic, Cubase, Bitwig, FL Studio, whatever it is, towards Ableton Live. So this is based on feedback that we've gotten from a lot of our students and a lot of our YouTube subscribers, and a lot of people are really excited about this, and we've had quite a lot of sign up already. So the whole idea is that it's an 8-week online course that will start on the 17th of February. That's the week commencing 17th of February. So as you can see here on the top, you've actually got about 18 days left to sign up. And as I say, we launched this yesterday to our email list and online, and we've already had quite a lot of uptake. So places are going quite quickly. So as it says here on our page here that we are looking at right now, if you are struggling and if you're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed at trying to learn all of this theory and understand how it all works, then this is the course for you. So essentially, it's there to support you right from the beginning of your production journey, and again, help you to find the easiest workflow to get going as quickly as possible in Ableton Live, even if you are a little bit more of a seasoned producer. So the whole idea is that it is 8 weeks of live webinars. So this is not a pre-cut course. These are live lessons that you'll be able to do within a private Facebook group that will then be uploaded at the end of every lesson, so you can go back through each individual lesson over and over again, so they can support you not only as you're doing the course but into the future as well. Each week the content will stack up and be able to reinforce each other, and you'll find by the end of the 8 weeks that you are absolutely smooth and really firing on all cylinders in Ableton Live. So as the page says here, this Getting Started in Ableton course will teach you how to understand the Ableton workflow. So it's understanding how the session view works, how the arrangement page works, how they work together, as well as other critical things like automation, etc. The signal flow of Ableton as well, MIDI and audio, how to use VST and AU plugins, and also manipulate samples. Basic synthesis and sampling techniques are also going to be included in this as well. How to use, again, Ableton samplers, how to correctly understand and use Ableton's effects, which are, quite a big part of why Ableton is so great as a DAW. So that's things like reverbs, delays, distortion, that kind of thing. Be able to also start to basically mix your tracks down and understand what the mix down process is as a concept, as well as basic arrangement skills. So again, this is really aimed at those of you who are really making your first steps, maybe feel a little bit confused, a little bit overwhelmed, and again, those who want to make Ableton Live their main workstation, their main DAW in 2020, because they want to be able to take their productions to the next level. So as you can see, our training is absolutely bona fide. It's incredibly high quality. We get our students signed to some of the biggest labels in electronic music, including We Are The Brave, Bedrock, Mousetrap, Sudbeat, Respect Recordings, and many more. And currently we've got students having records played by the likes of Mind Against, Raxon, Taylor Vuss, etc, etc, and it's really been proven that our training is helping people take their musical careers to the next level. So this is very similar to how we work with our monthly MYT AAA subscription, where there's live calls every week to help you add another layer onto your production skills and be able to take your music career to new heights. So let's have a look at the course breakdown week to week. As you can see, Week 1 is an introduction to Ableton, so again, getting around the software, understanding where everything lives, what the key sort of keyboard commands are, that kind of thing, and understanding the fundamental rules. Week 2 is about generating sound, getting content into Ableton, things like audio files, working with loops, samples, etc., and also getting going basically with some of the basic MIDI instruments that you've got within Ableton. Week 3, we go deeper into those instruments by going into basic synthesis techniques. So by the end of this, not only will you be able to use Ableton's suite of synthesizers very capably to start down the road of making your own sounds, you'll start to understand the synthesis process as a concept, which means when you do start to go out and start to buy other plugins, synth plugins, drum machine plugins, that kind of thing from third parties, you'll have a really solid understanding of how they work. Week 4 is all about sampling. Simpler, sampler, and drum rack. We'll get through those with you, and you'll be able to understand how the samplers work within Ableton so you can start manipulating the sounds and start making them your own. Week 5 is effects processing, which means again the basics of delay, reverb, etc. as well. And also week 6 is one of our most popular sessions when we do them in our monthly coaching group for Ableton, for MYT AAA members. So we get our students to send us the tracks that they're currently working on, and we give them constructive feedback, and all of the other members of the group can give their feedback and thoughts as well. And the increasing quality of the productions that has happened over the last few months since we started doing these group feedback sessions has been amazing, and the atmosphere and the support and the vibe in the community is absolutely amazing as well. So this is what is going to happen also in the Ableton Live course, because the assignment that you're going to do, which you'll see at the bottom here, is going to be to build your first track in Ableton Live and then be able to send in the production in week 6 so you can start to get feedback and understand what you've got to do in order to improve it and get the track to the finish line to the highest standard possible within the time frame of the 8 weeks of the course. Week 7, as you can see here, basic mixing practices, so understanding the beginnings of the mix down process, how to work with your track in terms of using basic EQ, maybe a little compression, using levels, using panning, things like this, in order to get your track sounding as good as they can do within the software. Week 8 is optimal workflow within Ableton Live, so that's a real nice overall rounding finisher, so you can actually put all of the skills that you've learned in the last 8 weeks into practice in a nice efficient workflow that's going to support you into the future. And as we said, there's an assignment here to produce your first track by the end of the 8 weeks. So the whole idea is that after the course, you're going to experience a lot less frustration. You're going to have a lot better creative flow. You're not going to be randomly guessing where things are, maybe randomly turning some faders or turning some knobs to, hopefully make something interesting happen and have an happy accident. You're going to start the process of being able to make the music that you've always knew you could, and the music that you want to make, rather than the music that you can make with the limited skills and limited understanding that you might have at the moment in Ableton Live. You're going to get increased quality of music, enhanced productivity, and also be a little bit more clear on what it is that you're doing in the studio so you can get more out of your studio sessions. And that will result again in greater and improved focus. So again, you'll find all of these concepts and all of these sort of characteristics start coming to the fore when you're making music, and the quality of your music will absolutely exponentially increase off the back of it, and you'll effortlessly start to finish more tracks to a higher standard and start to build up towards getting your tracks into release quality. So how much is the course? Well, it's £197. And if you look at courses that are of a similar type from other learning providers for an Introduction to Ableton course, this is incredibly well priced for what it is. It's probably about a third of the price of some of the courses you can see from other learning institutions. On top of that, we have some bonuses that we can show you down here at the bottom. So we'll bundle your sign up for this course with the ebook that's been proven to be massively popular with our client base and with our audience in general, which is going to go into the 10 reasons why you're struggling to finish tracks, what the obstacles are, and more importantly, what you can do to overcome them so you can start to finish tracks, get them to a standard, and be able to hopefully start down the road of getting your tracks signed and released, and you can start moving more towards a full-time living in the music industry. We also are going to bundle in our MYT Studio Productivity Pack, which will include various racks, drum racks, mixdown templates, etc. for Ableton Live to again expand what you can do with this software and make things really, really simple. So that's basically it. You've got until the 16th of February to sign up. So again, you can see right here, you've got about 18 days left. As I say, quite a few places went in the first 24 hours, and there's already a really engaged community building up around this course. But what I will say is that once the doors close, that's going to be it. And we might not actually run this course until later in the year, if at all, depending upon how the demand is. So if this is your year, if 2020 is going to be your year to really take your music more seriously, to learn new skills, to be able to incorporate Ableton Live as the centerpiece of your workflow, this is absolutely going to be the course for you. I'm going to leave a link in the description of this video so you can get to this page and be able to sign up using the link there as well. I'll use a link there at the bottom as well. I'm really excited to get you guys involved in this course. Any questions, feel free to drop a comment. Feel free to contact us via the website. That's www.transition.studio. And also don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share. And also please subscribe to the channel if you're watching us for the first time. There's some amazing content on here. Hours and hours worth of masterclass content and insights that will really help you as a free resource to take your skills to the next level as a music producer. So I look forward to seeing you in the course. I look forward to talking to you in the comments, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks very much. Goodbye.